Hey everyone, so for many years I have been cooking up a video game concept and I want to hear your opinion on the gameplay elements so far. So I'll just start off talking about the player character himself. So the protagonist is a 13-year-old boy that uses an arsenal of weapons which include a tomahawk, revolver, shotgun, and a single shot rifle. These are the only weapons you have throughout the whole game, but they can be modified and upgraded in certain ways. For example, you can modify the shotgun and rifle later in the game to make a single contraption called a shot rifle. I know it's a silly name, but that's all I can come up with so far. And for example, the tomahawk, you can add a magnet of some sort that allows you to kind of throw it and be able to call it back easily like that. So there's different elements that you can modify on these weapons to have kind of more diverse gameplay wise. There's also an element dropped by boss characters in the game called demon cores. I'm not going to explain the plot right now, maybe in another video, but for now I just want to talk about the gameplay. But anyway, there's an essence called demon core, which allows the player to either consume it for temporal special abilities or to create special bullets that can have different effects depending on the cores. And these cores are heavily influenced by certain emotions or concepts. So for example, a core of wrath can be dropped, and consuming it would grant the player damage reduction, increased strength, what have you. Or you can, on the other hand, use this core to modify your bullets, which would cause them to have a special effect. For example, putting wrath on these bullets would maybe cause them to explode, if that makes sense. The players themselves also have an ability that allows him to have like a third eye. I don't know if anyone's played Persona 5, but that is exactly the same thing, like third eye ability. So you are able to detect weak points in enemies. You can look through objects. You can scout for clues in the environment. For example, if there's a fake wall or something and there's treasure behind it, you can use this third eye ability and you can detect that this wall is fake, and then you can just break it down and there will be the treasure behind it. Kind of like that, to make it a little more simple and easier to digest. Your character also has a dog as a companion with him throughout most of the game, and you can command this dog to do certain things like retrieve items, distract enemies, what have you. I want this command like option to be an essential part of the game. Like, I want you to later in the game, you will meet certain characters and you will be working with them in certain missions where you can be the leader of them and able to command to do certain tasks. For example, you can have some of them be for cover, others like scout out a room, stuff like that. Like, you are able to command and have a lot of options to do that. It's not concrete yet, but that's what you are able to do. I don't want a skill tree, but I do want your character to be able to kind of learn certain things like sliding, mounting, or crushing blows, for example. Like, it could be a knee blow or something, I don't know. Just the more you progress the game. So maybe like a level up system, or you can even like unlock it through like interactions with characters, doing some side quests. There will be side quests. But I want your character to like themselves, not as an ability, but just like as something you can do, I guess. Like, your character, I don't know, before wasn't able to trip people or wasn't able to like grapple on people, for example. But the more you progress, you learn that ability, if that makes sense. And also, final thing, I was thinking that the camera perspective would be like an essential tool for gameplay. So where you can have it easily snap in and out of third and first person. There's no one concrete perspective where you have to play the whole game. Like, you are in a fight, you're fighting a boss or an enemy, and you want to aim in, like, you can quickly switch the perspective to first person where you can aim in, hit your shots quickly. Or if you want to like check your surroundings real fast, you can quickly change to third person. Kind of like that, where it's like it's fast. It's really fast paced in that sort of way. Yeah, that's basically all I have for gameplay wise. That's it and done. This is how you play most of the game. I will probably make another video talking about the enemies. If you guys really do want to hear the plot, please let me know. But this is what I have so far, and I would love to hear your opinion on it.